Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dimensions of Love. These are the pick a shell readings where you choose from pile 1, 2, or 3 that you are resonating with, and then we will reveal the shell and the message that will be during that weekend, so Friday to Sunday. And it doesn't matter when you clicked on this video, it will be for that weekend when you have received this message. For all of you that are returning subscribers or that have watched my videos, you know how this works. And if you follow, it will be on the weekend when I post these videos. Usually I'll post on a Wednesday or a Thursday because I want to feel the energy of that weekend message, so it is as accurate as possible for you all. So get comfortable, and thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. And I hope that these messages will help you navigate your weekend, but also be aware. And I always say this: use your discernment and know that everything that you truly need to know is already inside of you and with you. I'm just a messenger, mirroring it back to you what you really need to see and know, and also what is available, because sometimes we are not meant to know everything, and we always have to consider that it's a universal law of everything that is for the highest, greatest good when we are reading these energies. So it's good to have that with you. So let's get into this beautiful readings. So all of you that chose pile number 1, this is your beautiful shell that you all felt connected to. And this shell is speaking of to protect yourself. So I feel like all of you that picked this shell, you're very open, you're very loving, and it's an energy of being very nourishing. And I feel like the door to your heart and how your soul is very open. And that is the truth of who we are. We're supposed to be like that, but no one is really on earth. You have this natural with you that you keep staying open regardless of what happens. But on this weekend with your shell, it is your soul is wanting and is asking you to stay in solitude, to stay in this space of, you just want, it feels like your soul wants to close the door just to be with yourself. That is how your weekend message is being perceived with this card. So that's what your soul is longing for. And the number 4 and 3, when we put them together, we get 7. And 7 in numerology is introspection and meditation. So again, this is emphasizing back to that you need this solitude, and your soul is longing to have this space with yourself on this weekend. So now let's unpack your card. We have 6 of Pentacles upright with the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Highest Priestess in reverse, the Page of Wands in reverse, and 8 of Water upright. So I feel with this card on this weekend, you are going to say bide farewell to all illusions that was stored to you from others of what they wanted from you, and they saw this openness that you had. But on this weekend, you are recognizing this, because with the Ace of Swords, it's something that is being hidden. So many things has been hidden and not clear, which is probably why you feel that you want to be closed off and you want to stay in your energy, because the highest priestess is in reverse. So you don't feel balanced because it's been too open for too long. And why I'm saying that you haven't felt balanced is your Six of Pentacles. Again, your door, if we can view this door as your physical body, whether you are aware of it or not, your portals have been open. So the astral projection of people projecting into you and you projecting yourself out has been open. And when this portal gets too open, it can become too much. Then your soul is not anchored in the body, and it just becomes this oversharing and overgiving. So this needs to come back to balance, and that's what your soul is calling out. And your spirit guides wants to remind you that it is okay to protect yourself. It is okay to have this young heart of wanting to protect yourself in that way, because I feel like the energy for you has been very overwhelming here of not having this clarity. But since spirit is involved in this clarity was meant to be, because again, sometimes we're not supposed to know why it happened the way that it happened, and that you are receiving this message and that you know right now that you need to close yourself in solitude and break out of those illusions that have been distorted of what others want from you, what others expect you to be and do, which is not who you truly are. And that you're rejecting that and you're closing the door and you're sitting with yourself this weekend and asking, is this truly what I want? Who am I? So that's what your soul is calling out right now. So I want to do an extra, like a little advice from fortune cookies. So I want to see what extra advice. So I'm going to do this on every pile now. So thank you, pile number 1, for bringing this in. But I want to just do an additional, what you need to hear as an extra right now, because that's everything that spirit is giving me. Pile number 1. You are someone who believes in the future. Yes, you are. You're exactly that vibration with an open heart, and just you're bringing so much to this world, and right now you need to bring it back to yourself. It's okay to close the door. It's nothing wrong at all. And even if you don't feel so comfortable because you've been so open, and I feel like your energy here is a very beautiful heart, you still need to close to check in with yourself. That is your message for all of you that picked pile number 1. I hope this message helps you all. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. So for all of you that picked pile number 2, this is your beautiful shell that you picked. And on this weekend, you are being asked with your shell to work with your inner child, to work with something regarding your subconscious. It stems from your childhood, really, in your subconscious of limitation. What was once good and a good strategy when you were a child perhaps is not as good of a strategy when you're a grown-up. So that is what your shell is pointing to for this weekend. And also the number 3 and 2, if we add them together, we get 5. And 5 in numerology speaks of breaking free from limitations. Again, there's something that is changing for you, and there is a movement on this weekend that is happening, but it is regarding to your childhood. So with your shell here, again, we see this pink inside of the shell, which draws me into this very childlike, sweet, and innocence for you all in pile number 2. So let's unpack your cards to see further messages. And our first card is 4 of Pentacles in reverse, the Star in reverse, Knight of Swords, no, King of Swords, I'm sorry, King of Sword in reverse, Queen of Wands upright, and the Star card. So you guys, all of you that picked pile number 2, have the Star card both upright and reverse and repeating 2 times. So this is your strongest message here, pile number 2. And what I'm sensing here with your childhood is the King of Swords is authorities. So there is an energy of this inspiration for a new beginning. There's something that's growing on this weekend, but what's been affected from the past in your childhood was authorities, and it was people that was corrupt in authorities, that perhaps maybe you've grown up with a parent that has a position in authority, where it's been decided so many things and limitation towards where you believed it since you were a child. And with the Queen of Wands, I mean, she can be very creative and she can be very ruling and manifest in that way. So that could be both a mother and a father for you guys as a storyline that's coming through. But it's not important because we're reading the energy. The energy is really about limitation from your childhood that has blocked also your creativity stepping forward today. And on this weekend, even though that there were disappointments with the Star in reverse, feels like a wish that didn't come true. Maybe it was a wish that you had since you were a child, and now when you are grown up, you feel like that wish didn't happen. None of what you wished for did happen. So it is a disappointment of some sort. On this weekend, there's a breaking free from these limitations. And what's important and advice that they're giving to me is really that going into the forest, because there's no grounding energy and your creativity becomes blocked. And the burden of the past becomes that you might feel like you're floating away out of your body. So you need to ground yourself back into your body with just trusting that the universe is abundance. You don't have to feel like you're losing out on something. You're not losing out on anything. It's okay. It is just this weekend is really asking you, your higher self, your soul is asking you to connect with your inner child, because your inner child has been neglected. And the Star is upright here. So again, it is inspired for a new beginning. It is a gift from spirit that is given to you when you connect with your inner child, because I feel like you're going to get a gift this weekend if you are in the forest connecting with your inner child, Spirit will bring you some gift. That's what they're giving to me here. And it can be a creative gift, or it can be a gift from what has from the past stemmed, but also grown inside of you having this maybe too analytical mind, which is blocking your creativity, which is blocking you from your spiritual advancement. There are many things that I'm picking up because there are many of you here, my pile number 2s. But your main message is that you need to connect with your inner child. And I want to bring you a fortune cookie message. See, for this weekend, for pile number 2, what additional message will support and help all of them. Thank you, Spirit. I have one here. Socialize with compassion, kindness, and grace. So socialize with compassion, kindness, and grace. And I feel it ties back to connecting with your inner child. You know, when you were little, you were always compassionate, and you will speak to every child, and you will not look at anyone different. Everyone was okay, and you would just speak to everyone, and you would just have this natural kindness. So Spirit is calling you on your weekend to reconnect with that, and for your soul to feel more fulfilled this weekend. So that will benefit you, pile number 2s. I hope that this message helps you, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye. Pile number 3. Welcome to all of you that chose pile number 3. So this is your shell. Very beautiful shell. And this shell stands for relationship of different sorts, but even weddings. And what I'm feeling for you, pile number 2, this is a relationship with Spirit. This is like a spiritual marriage in higher realms for you guys. And it is a marriage with the divine, really, what's happening for you all in pile number 3 with this shell. And the layers, you see the layers on the shell, it represents like cake, the layers of the cake, but also what I'm feeling drawn to is layers of dimension, different dimension that you have access to, all of you that chosen pile number 3. Because when we put together the numbers 1, 1, and 9, we summer it down to 11, and 11 is a master number. 22 is a master number, and 33 is a master number. And you can look it up in numerology, which number is you. For me, I've looked in my numbers, and I'm master 22. It's rare that you get 22 or 33 when your birth dates are added. But it's good to know because it's the energy that you hold. So for all of you that picked this, maybe you have a 22 or a 33. I just feel called to say that in here. But what you have received here with 11 is a master number. So there's something with the number 11, it's a spiritual awakening. It's duality, it's leadership, it's really manifestation. A beautiful union. And that's your card. Let's unpack your cards here. So your first card is 8 of Wands in reverse, 7 of Pentacles upright, Queen of Swords in reverse, 9 of Cups reverse, and 6 of Waters. I love how she just looks so dreamy and looks away, because it's exactly the energy that I'm feeling for you, pile number 3. This is for some of you that you are getting stuck into nostalgia, like the past, the memories. It could be a memory of a relationship, but as I'm watching here, really, then it might have seemed like it was good. Reading these cards, that relationship was not good energetically. So sometimes from the past, in my own experience, it's good for us to take with us all the greatest parts in all of our relationships. We see everyone in great light, but it's also important that we remember these memories, that we don't go back to the nostalgia. We don't go back to the past. The past belongs in the past. That's why it's very useful to use your discernment and to decide when you're supposed to leave it past and what you're taking with you from that, and that you don't constantly go back to, oh, the good old days, they are not necessarily good days, because it's different. We're always in the now. So it's important for you, pile number 3, to not jump into the past, whatever that might have been. Also, pile number 3, this can be an actual wedding. It could be an actual wedding that you're attending to here, pile number 3, and you are getting nostalgic of maybe your wedding or a breakup or a relationship, and you're thinking about the good old days. It can be something like that too, or hearing or reading about someone that you know that's getting married. It can be this, however it manifests for you on this weekend, it is connecting to a wedding. But strongly for all of you, pile number 3, I feel again it is connecting to this spiritual union. You maybe even meet someone. Again, we can meet someone physically, but we can also meet someone energetically in the astral realm that we are going to marry or have a partnership. That will be a strong partnership in union, because both will serve for the highest, greatest good, which is very beautiful. But what I'm seeing here on this weekend, that it's going to be a lot of delays. So it feels like don't stand in emotions from the past, because those create delays. If there's anyone that you're holding on to, I mean, they were procrastinating a lot, which was causing you to not have a strong relationship with your spirit. It was delaying your union with your beloved, with the true essence of love. And you're in higher dimensions. So this might be, it just gives me this feeling of a karmic. And with the Queen of Swords in reverse, I'm just getting a story for some of you. I want to focus on the energy, but I really want to give the story too that comes through. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, this is a widow, and this kind of widows becomes mother that can be very toxic if they have sons, because they will procrastinate and not be so kind to women. And this is what comes through here, and it becomes this emotional, just you're not satisfied in this situation because nothing happens how it's supposed to happen. And it's again because of the delays. These people might delay. And it can also be from the past on this weekend when we are trying, because I'm, again, just like your shell in layers, I'm getting things in layers here in different dimensions and different stories for all of you. But your main energy here is for this weekend, there might be energies from the past that can be actual people, but when we're moving in and moving through something that's greater and that's better. Those energies are trying to, like crabs in the bucket, when they're trying to climb, they're trying to pull them down. So it's hard to get out, right? So the same way is happening here. It is trying to hold you back, but I feel like something is being revealed. It's like they're just giving it to me that something will be revealed that is meant to be revealed this weekend. I don't know if it's for all of you that will be attending a wedding, that it's like a catastrophe because someone is being, like, it's not a great secret that will be revealed here. And for others of you, it will be a release. It will be an uphaven when this reveal happens, because it will show you clearly that, okay, I need to be in my divine union, and in my duality needs to be balanced and at one. And it's okay for me to have those nostalgia, but I'm moving away. I don't want to keep feeding that energy, so it is dragging me. I don't want it to drag me down. That's what I'm feeling for you, pile number 3. So it's a beautiful union. It's very beautiful here, but again, watch out to not keep staying in those past emotions and keep fuming that fire that you don't need. You don't need that kind of fire that will sizzle away very fast. You need the spiritual fire, that everlasting, the burning that feels right, that burns away everything that doesn't belong to you. Pile number 3. I hope that these messages helps in these different layers of dimension that I'm picking up for you. So I want to pick a shell and see what your shell is saying. What is your additional message for the pile number 3 and fortune cookie? Additional message. What do they need to know? Everything goes just fine. Success. Okay, pile number 3. Everything goes just fine. Success. So that was a great additional confirmation that it is overall positive for you guys. Pile number 3. I hope that these messages helps something and elevates you in some way, and these messages are always delivered in the name of love for the highest, greatest good of all, so that you can elevate and that you can have a more pleasant weekend of knowing and having this heads up of what's happening. So thank you for being here. I love you sharing and subscribing, and as always, have a wonderful day, and I'm sending love your way, everyone. Bye.